Okay, so this week was pretty eventful. Um, Monday was my first day of teaching, so that was really exciting. It went really well. It was an introductory class, so it was kind of boring, but the kids seemed to like it. They really liked my PowerPoint, so that was fun. Um, the kids are like a lot smarter than I was expecting. Like some of my second graders can already read. And that's like unheard of. Like I heard like some teachers have to like teach their fifth graders the alphabet. So yeah, the fact that my second graders can read is pretty awesome. But that also means that I have to work extra hard because now it's not just teaching them the basics; it's teaching them like the proper use and all that stuff. Um, on Monday we had like this kind of like meet the teacher, and they do meet the teacher differently. Like all the parents come into the auditorium, and then they call all the parents up, like or all the teachers up by grade, and they introduce each one, and then they go off the stage. So it's like a little bit different. But that was really cool. Like when they said my name, they were all the parents were like woo. So I don't really know why, but they did. um, yeah. So Tuesday I only had two classes, and that was nice, just being able to go in and teach for an hour and a half and then leave. Um, it will be normally three classes because I'll have teacher training on Tuesdays, but that won't start until April 3rd. So it's pretty cool. Wednesday I had two classes and then storytelling. Storytelling was so much fun. It's basically I made like a PowerPoint book. So like I take pictures of the book and then I put it into PowerPoint and like I just tell the story for the 40 minutes. And it seems like you wouldn't be able to stretch out a story that long, but it's really fun. Like I did Gorilla by Anthony Brown, and so I was like, what's this gorilla doing? What color is the gorilla? What's the gorilla holding? So I mean like we went through like every picture like that and they just loved it. It was so much fun. We had volleyball on Wednesday, and volleyball starts at 3 and goes until 4, and I didn't have my last class until 3:30, so I thought I wasn't going to play. Well, I finished my class, and my teacher's like, okay, let's go play volleyball, and I was like, crap, I didn't have my shoes, I didn't have any clothes, so I ended up playing in my socks for like 10 minutes, and like everyone, like, because I'm actually pretty good at volleyball, and like they like it when I spike the ball, so they were wanting me to be up there, and the principal was like, no, she doesn't have shoes. But they had like loaner shoes in the gym, so I had to go put on these shoes, and they were so small. But it beat just sitting there not doing anything. So I like wore the small shoes, and I was able to go and spike, and everyone loves me, yay! The vice principal says that Allison has king spike, so he thinks I spike very well. um, yeah, so that was fun. On Thursday, I had the sixth graders for the first time, and I almost died. Like, I thought they were, like, they just sat there and stared at me. They're very well behaved kids, but I was like, say something. It's okay. And, like, they can understand me better than any of my other students. And there's actually this one girl in the sixth graders. I have a third grade girl in there because she's, like, super, super smart and already is, like, almost pretty much fluent. She sounds like she's reading out of a textbook, but that's still, like, unheard of, really. And so I was going through, I have this slide in my PowerPoint that's, I live in Texas. And so, like, I say that all the time. I live in Texas. And trying to be more interactive, I said, what do you know about Texas? And she goes, I do not know a single thing about Texas. And I was like, touche. Got it. Thank you. Yeah, so that was fun. And then that day, there's like in June, like June 14th, 21st, and 28th, I'm teaching this like little camp thing with like the advanced English kids. And so there was like a orientation for that. So I went in there and I met the parents there, and that was good. They seemed happy, whatever. But yeah, and then that night we had like a fifth grade dinner. I get included a lot because I teach second and up, so I have like a lot of, like, I fit in with a lot of different groups of teachers. That was fun. And then I went and did Taekwondo. It kind of stinks because the Kweshiks, which are the school dinners, always tend to be on nights that I have Taekwondo. So I ended up having to go to Taekwondo after drinking beer and soju, which you have to drink beer and soju because it's the polite thing to do. And like they'll think you're weird if you don't. So I mean, like, it kind of sucks, but at the same time, you're in Korea. You know, you have to do their rules. But yeah, so I did Taekwondo, and that was fun. They have us do sit-ups at the end of every class, and I hate sit-ups. So I was doing a plank instead, and like one of the girls, she's my age, but she's my teacher, she was like, oh, and like ran over and like started doing it. And she had like, okay, so you know, like, okay, so your feet are here and you're supposed to go up like this, straight up, and then your elbows. Well, she was like, had like her butt up and then over. And I was like, no. And so I took her hips and I pushed them down, and she was like, ah, like screaming and like, I don't know, like screaming in Korean. It was like really funny. When she got up and she was like holding her stomach, and I was like, yeah, better than sit-ups. Better. Yeah, and then after that, I met a lot of the foreigners at Hanalto for just drinks or whatever. It was one of their last days, and it was really sad. She looked kind of upset, and I feel really bad for her. I know I'm going to be the same way when I leave, so that wasn't good. It was sad. Yeah. Friday was my last day teaching for the week. Yay! And it went really well. My sixth graders, who were so quiet on Thursday, were actually a lot better on Friday. And I did like this game, and they just loved it. And like I called two people up to do it, and like after they were finished, they were like, teacher, me. And so that was good. Like they kind of got more into it. So that was good. And then I kind of had like a quiet night. I had a friend bring over pizza, and that was fun. He called me and he goes, hey, do you feel like eating pizza? So I was like, yeah, sure, okay, bring pizza over. And he goes, okay, have you ever been to pizza school? And me, I don't know if it's me or if it was him or whatever, but I was thinking he was asking, have I ever been to school to learn to make pizza? And I was like, no, ? Why do you ask? And so he came over, and the box was from pizza school. It's like the name of a place. And I was like, oh, yeah. So I felt really stupid after that. Yeah, it was okay. So I was like, he was like, what do you want? And I was like, oh, cheese. And so he brought me a cheese pizza, but it had corn on it, which wasn't bad. It was just different. So yeah. Yeah, quiet night Friday. And then Saturday, Natasha came in, which is like my best friend from orientation, and it was really exciting because like we hadn't seen each other since we left Chonan orientation, so it was like a special moment. So she came in, and we decided we were gonna get her hair cut. So I did get my hair cut by a Korean lady, and I think she did a pretty good job. I mean, I'm really happy with it. My hair, I can never get it really straight right after I cut it, so yeah, but it'll look okay. Yeah, and it was only $10. And 10,000 won, so it was actually like $9.50. So I mean, like, can you imagine only paying that much? Like, I can imagine going into Tony and Guy, like, okay, what can I get for $10? And they're gonna be like, nothing. You can't get anything at Tony and Guy, even the product. I think every product's at least $12.50 or more. It's ridiculous. And like, she did a really good job too. She she was fast. My mentor teacher told me that Koreans are really good cutting hair because they use chopsticks all the time. Oh, and I was using chopsticks in front of this guy at my school, and he goes, oh, very good. And I was like, oh, thank you. And he goes, yeah, you used it the formal way, because there's two ways. There's like holding it like this, and then like moving one, and then there's like crossing it like that. Apparently, like this one's the formal, which is what I do, and this is like informal or like Chinese or something. Yeah, that was pretty cool. After Natasha and I got our haircut, we went out to the beach, and we met Garrett up there, and he had like this big kite, and so we got to fly that. And I'm not talking like a kite, it was like a parachute, and like we're like sitting here trying to like guide this parachute around. But it was really cool, and that's actually in my beach blog if you want to take a look at that. Yeah, and then we went for lunch, and we ate so much, but it was so good. Yeah, and then we went shopping, and then we came back to my apartment, just watched movies for a little bit, and then we met up some people for drinks. Yeah, Saturday was a lot of fun. It was my second time to the beach, but my first time during the day, so that was like really gorgeous seeing all that stuff. And it was really cute because, like, Natasha and I were walking around and I showed her my school. And there were a lot of kids that were like, oh, Allison, Allison. And I was like, hi. Yeah. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. It's Sunday. It's about 5 o'clock, 5:30. And I'm just chilling. I'm hoping to be productive and lesson plan, but it's probably not going to happen. Yeah. So anyway, all right, bye. One thing I forgot to mention, on my first day of teaching, I go in and I'm going into the bathroom, and these girls who I haven't had in class, and I don't think I have in class, they were following me around going, why, and like into the bathroom. Like I had to push them away so I could shut the stall. Why, and they reminded me of like the seagulls from, like, I think it was Finding Nemo. They're like, mine. Yeah. So that was really funny. Yeah. Oh, and The Hunger Games. I hate every one of you have seen it back home. I'm very jealous. But, one of the guys from my school said it comes out on April 5th here in Korea. So he's going to take me to the next town and watch it. So yay. Okay, I think that's it this time. Alright, I love y'all. Bye.